All right. Hello. Welcome to the second upload of This Dude Needs a Haircut. First video was kind of just me trying to get something up on YouTube, trying to really have something, That's what most of these videos are going to be, just putting content out there. And, hopefully when something hits, people can look at this and be like, oh, wow, he used to be garbage. Now he's actually good, or something like that. So today, I am going to demonstrate a monologue. Most of my theater friends that will eventually find this will probably look at this and, skip around the video because they know what a monologue is. But I'll give you a little example or a little explanation of what a monologue is. So a monologue is what actors mainly use for auditions. I'm just going to give like a very, actors for dummies type of explanation just in case someone doesn't know. So a monologue is a long piece of dialogue about, it can range from maybe a minute to 5 minutes, depending on what a director wants to see from you. And the point of the monologue is to showcase your individual talents. What most directors want is they want to see your individual talent to see if they want to bring you in for a callback. A callback is kind of self-explanatory. It's when they call you back after your initial audition and they tell you, hey, we like you, come back, we have a part that you may be good in. So when I was in high school, my teachers used to hammer this into me. Always have a monologue ready. You should always have one comedic, one dramatic, and one classical. The classical monologue can be either dramatic or comedic, but you need to have something classical. And the other two are contemporaries, meaning that they were done after a certain year. I'll have to get back to you on that. It's just done after a certain year, so it's contemporary, it's modern, it's near our time. And classical is Shakespearean. There's other examples that I can't think of, but, Shakespearean times, that's why he has his own, almost has his own realm of plays. So, yeah, you need to have a contemporary, dramatic, and comedic, and any kind of a classical. And depending on what a director wants to see from you, they will tell you if they want that classical to be dramatic or comedic. But it's actually good to have both. So at all times, always have 4 monologues ready. And these are all monologues that you need to have memorized. That's one thing that used to annoy me, is the amount of times that my teachers or directors, and it's not annoying because I'm tired of it, it's just, it's my habit of not like memorizing it fully that leads them to tell me you need to get this done. There's a term we use called off book. You need to be off book, meaning you no longer need the script in front of you. The more you use the script, the more that you show that you don't know the material. If you know the material, it allows you to free yourself up as an actor and deliver everything you need to deliver. For example, if I am off book, I'm going to read what's on a page and then look up and then try to act it out, look down, read, and I can't really show that I know the character. I can't develop this character in my head or anything like that. However, if I know what the lines are, I basically already have an idea of what I'm going to say next, and I know how I'm going to deliver that line based on what I'm saying currently. So that is the main reason for a monologue. They just want to see your talents. I'll probably slate in the video of the actual monologue. Slating is when you say your name, the piece that you're performing, who it was written by, and if you're doing a musical piece and you're singing, you would also sometimes put the composer, the book writer, or I'm not really into musical theater. That terminology I'm not too familiar with. But yeah, so I guess I'll just give a little explanation on this monologue, why I chose it, and my history with this monologue. And yeah, I guess that'll be right now. All right, say hello to the Glass Menagerie, home to one of my most proudest monologue. The Glass Menagerie, written by Tennessee Williams. This play is a contemporary play. I won't get too much into it, but this monologue is probably one of the most well-known among theater industry. It is a monologue that is very well used because there's a lot of emotion into it. There's a lot of different ways to interpret it. And I know some of you may be asking, maybe not, why do a monologue that everyone knows? Why wouldn't you want to stand out? Sometimes picking a piece that a lot of people know can work in your favor. For example, if you were to pick a play that no one knows about, they could question the credibility of that play. Everyone wants a play that's publicized. So this was published. I forgot by whom. Yeah, I don't know who publicized it, but the name Tennessee Williams is probably one of the most well known. Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams, Shakespeare, Oscar Wilde, just to name a few. Those are some of the names that people know when you're talking about plays, when you're talking about theater. So picking a play from one of these people, everyone knows who they are, so no one's going to question the credibility. No one's going to question the credibility or the play itself, especially The Glass Menagerie, since it's probably one of his most famous works, alongside A Streetcar Named Desire. The reason I chose this monologue, I won't get too personal of my life, but there was many points in my life that when I looked in this monologue, it connected those parts of my life again. It made me think back to those times where, you know, it didn't feel like I was in complete control, although everyone said that I was being selfish. Or moments where you just want to be freed, but everyone keeps saying that you're playing with your freedom too much. It's a monologue. So just to give a little synopsis, the monologue is basically the character of, let me get his last name, but I know his first name is Tom Wingfield. He is the breadwinner of his family. He's not married. He lives with his mother and his sister, who has this illness. Tom lives with his mother and his sister because his father walked out on them. He has given up everything. He's wanted to be someone in the movies, someone who works in film, who works in the theater. But he's given all of that up because his mother can't work and his sister is ill. And so with him working, he has nothing else to do. So what he does in his free time is just go to the movies and just look at what could have been. It's pretty sad, but it makes for really good writing. In the monologue, his mother is telling him about how he has been selfish, about how he's spending too much time in the movie theater when he should be working more, when he should be home, spending time with his family. And like, for his mother to tell him that he's being too selfish, that he's not thinking about his family enough, when he himself has thrown everything away for these two people, it really makes him snap, especially after all the weight of doing said work for that long. For so long, I should say. So in this monologue, he basically tells his mother off. He tells her, you know, you really think I'm selfish here? You really think I would be doing everything I'm doing? Like, you think this is my dream? You think I'm living like the perfect life? I'm living the life that I wanted to live? No. And, you know, he proceeds to just tell her, listen, this is not what I wanted. This isn't what I wanted, basically. This is nowhere near the life that I wanted to live. The fact that I want a little ounce of freedom and you're saying that I'm being too selfish is ridiculous to me. And yeah, it's just it's a very emotional monologue. And the one thing is, when doing a monologue like this, sometimes it helps not only, it can be a detriment and an asset to pick a play that everyone knows. Because that means they're going to get a lot of takes from this play. So sometimes you have to out emotion the person next to you. Sometimes you have to break down crying if that's what it calls for. Other times you just have to do it differently. You have to do whatever you can to attract the attention of a director to say, this person, one, has my vision. This person, two, has this ability to just take the spotlight and run with it. Or three, this person just feels right. And through this monologue that I've done for many years now, it's helped me get a lot of roles. And, you know, sooner or later, I will have to move on from this monologue, because you can't show the same monologue over and over. You have to show that you're diverse. I have a lot of plays at my house, and I have a monologue book that I can maybe take excerpts from that I can memorize and do better in. But for now, you know, this is my strong suit. This will if anything will get me a job, this will get me a job, and I have to work with what works for me. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna move on. My pride and joy when it comes to monologues. This has shown a lot of people my talent, and I guess we're gonna show you that talent too. So I guess we're gonna move on to the Nikon now, because I've been recording on my iPhone. Quality change. All right, this is the monologue. I will slate. If you see any stomach, leave me alone. Hello, my name is Adrian Espinal, and I will be performing a monologue from the play The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams, the role of Tom. What do you think I'm at? Don't you think that I should have any patience to reach the end of, Mother? Don't you think that, listen, you think I'm crazy about the warehouse? You think I'm in love with the Continental Shoemakers? You think I want to spend 55 years down there in that Celotex interior with fluorescent tubes? I'd rather someone pick up a crowbar and batter my brains than go back mornings. Every morning you come yelling that goddamn rise and shine, rise and shine. I think to myself how lucky dead people are. When I get up, I go. For $65 a month, I give up all I dream of being and doing ever, and you say self? Self's all I ever thought of? Why listen? Be where he is. Gone. As far as the system of transportation reaches. I'm going to the movies. No. I'm going to opium dens. Dens of vice and criminal hangouts, Mother. I joined the Hogan gang. I'm a hired assassin. I carry a Tommy gun in a violin case. I run a string of cat houses in the valley. I'm really leading a double life. By day, a honest warehouse worker, and by night, a dynamic czar of the underworld. I spend away fortunes on the roulette table. I wear an eye patch over one eye, and sometimes a false mustache on those nights that call me El Diablo. I can tell you many things to make you sleepless. My enemies plan to dynamite this place. They're gonna blow this place sky high some night. And I'll be happy. Very happy. And so will you. You'll go up on a broomstick over blue mountains with 1,000 gentlemen callers, you ugly, babbling old witch! We're back on the iPhone. All right, so that was one of the takes of my most recognizable monologue. Sorry, I got a cut. Yeah, was it my best take? Not really. Haven't touched it in a while, and you know, we've been just stuck in like this quarantine for a bit, so I haven't really had a reason to go back to it and practice it. Everyone's been home, you know. I don't really perform in front of my family because I think they don't look at me. They've never really seen me perform that much, so it's for them it's weird to see it. So I don't really bother them. And as you can see in the take, I get a little loud, and I don't know if it's in a safe space, I can go crazy. But I don't know. I just wanted to give you kind of a little taste of what I do. Maybe later in another video I can talk about the process of going for a monologue and stuff like that. But, you know, for now, just wanted to give a little demonstration, I guess. So, yeah, that's the video. And I swear to God, if I get comments about how fat I am, I'm gonna quit, bro. I'm gonna quit. Nah, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, I will catch you in the next one, and you know, who knows what it'll be, but it will be something.